Skin the Heart Away Southern T. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. And I don't really know what's been going on. I don't really know what's been going on. You know what I mean? As of late. But YouTube stream, y'all been making it real difficult for your boy. You know what I mean? To hit them greens and whatnot. But we gonna make it do what it do. Let me say what's up to everybody in the building. What's good, not Zay? Shout out my guy Ray Buck, my girl Just Jazz. Good morning, beautiful. My guy Tim Free and Ron. What's good, Ron? Ron, can you do your boy a favor, Ron? Can you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, Brody? I don't know if this your first time, but if you could not make it your last time, Brody, could you subscribe to the channel? We talk this good boxing every day. You know what I mean? All day. Really appreciate you sliding through this thing, Ron. Ron, I'm here with an informational Southern T EP. You know what I mean? This morning. Not sure if you're aware, but if you're not, I'm most definitely go fill you in. Conor Ben was set. He said, already, shout out my guy, Ron. Conor Ben was set, right, to fight Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. fights this weekend, too, by the way. Liam Smith versus Chris Eubank Jr. is this weekend. Conor Ben, right, last year was set to fight Chris Eubank Jr., and then the unprecedented term of events happened. Conor Ben was Conor Ben popped dirty for a banned substance, right, during one of his drug tests for Chris Eubank Jr. Now, an official ruling, right? An official ruling hasn't come down just yet, right? But you all know when it comes to those quote unquote official rulings over there in the UK, sometimes they never, come down. They never get a ruling. So it's kind of just, they pop 30, then it's left in the air. You know what I mean? They take a indirect suspension and they come back after a certain amount of time, right? So official suspension was never given to Conor Ben, right? But Conor Ben hasn't had a fight for quite some time now, right? But in the latest news, because an official, judgment hasn't been given, some people not aware that, Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben and them was the one who decided to not go for, with the Chris Eubank Jr. fight, right? So because an official decision hasn't been made, technically Conor Ben could still fight right now if he wanted to. Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben has made it clear, though, that they're refusing to fight right now until an official statement is made that clears Conor Ben's name, for, what he's being accused for, right? But by the rule, right, Conor Ben most definitely could still, have a fight right now if he so choose to. So I just wanted to clear that up for a second. And Conor Ben and Eddie Hearn both, as of late, for whatever reason, they have been talking a lot. Lately they're seeming real confident, right, that their name is going to be cleared pretty soon in this situation, right? And they already have started talking about opponents. They already started talking about opponents for Conor Ben when he returns, to the ring. And Eddie Hearn, had been saying a multitude of people, right, for Conor Ben in his return fight. He said that the Chris Eubank fight is still something that they may revisit, right? But he said three names, right, that stood out to me. And he put emphasis on these three names. What's good, Nazay? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Nazay. If you could do your boy a favor, hit that like button for your boy. You know what I mean? But Conor Ben and Eddie Hearn have came out and made a statement, right, on who Conor Ben would like to face in his next fight, right? And there were three names. One name that I want to talk about, in particular. Now, I'm not sure if it was an order, or he wanted the names in, but the first name that he mentioned was Bud Crawford, which is the name that we're going to talk about. But the other names that he mentioned as a possible return opponent for Conor Ben It was Bud Crawford, Chris Eubank Jr., and it was surprisingly Manny Pacquiao, right? Bud Crawford, Chris Eubank Jr., and Manny Pacquiao, right? So those were the three names given. But what I want to talk about here on this EP is the Terrence Bud Crawford situation, right? Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. 8 people in the building. I got 9 likes. If y'all could, do your boy a favor. Get your boy right. So Conor Ben has now stated that he would like to face off against Bud Crawford in his return fight. Now, this fight makes a whole lot of sense for a lot of reasons. I know when you first think about it, right, on the surface, you're thinking Conor Ben is a drug cheat. You know, we don't want to see him fight Bud Crawford, blase, 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 right? He said, why they trying to fight Pacquiao? Their fight don't prove nothing. It's about a money fight, right? No. Manny Pacquiao want a bag. Manny Pacquiao want a bag. Conor Ben want a name. You know what I mean? It it will make sense if you're looking at it from a business standpoint. You know, from a Conor Ben standpoint, you know, you get to have Manny Pacquiao name on your resume. Manny Pacquiao gets to make a lot of money over there fighting in the UK. You know, but yeah, they had Manny Pacquiao. They had Manny Pacquiao on the list as well, right? So my bad, I'm finding my blunt, y'all. My bad, I'm finding my blunt. But they had Manny Pacquiao, you know what I mean, on the list as well, right? But this fight, this fight between Conor Ben and Bud Crawford, right? The fight between Conor Ben and Bud Crawford makes a whole lot of sense to me, right? It makes a lot more sense than, you know, you would think if you're just looking at it on the surface. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how, right? Conor Ben is ranked in the top 5 of most of these organizations. The only organization that he's not ranked in, right, would be the WBC. He got out of the WBC rankings about a year and a half ago. Ironically, he got out of the WBC rankings, right, because he didn't take a random drug test. He didn't sign up for random drug testing, and they ended up pushing him out of the WBC rankings. Ironically, you know, he ended up popping 30, you know what I mean, that same year. Well, within the same 12-month time frame. Not necessarily the same year, but within the same 12-month time frame. Yes, I agree with you. Conor Ben would beat the hell, you know what I mean, out of Manny Pacquiao. Most definitely. Which is why I think the best fight, you know what I mean, for Conor Ben, out of the list of the people that he named, right, will be Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you why. For a multitude of reasons, I'm going to tell you why. The first reason being, right, Conor Ben is ranked in all of the sanctioning bodies except for the WBC. The only reason he's not ranked in the WBC, is because of the random drug testing situation, right? So he's not ranked in WBC, but he's ranked in the WBA. He's ranked in the IBF. He's ranked in the WBO. He's top 10, top 5, top 7 in all of the sanctioning bodies. Now, he's most definitely ranked above David Avanesian, right, in these sanctioning bodies, which is what I'm about to get at. You know what I mean? So I think this fight makes sense. Bud was saying on the Boxing Voice in this, not sure if y'all caught the interview or whatnot, y'all saw it. Bud was talking about, you know, his interest in fighting overseas. He was like, I always want to fight overseas in the UK. He's always want to fight overseas in the UK, right? They have a rabid fan base, right? He said, don't got much to do, so I know they're going to come over there and they're going to sell it out, right? Let's look at it like this. Conor Ben is one of the biggest stars, if not the biggest star in the UK. Most definitely he's number 2, right? If he's not number 1, or at least right now. Him and Chris Eubank may have just evened themselves out, right? Him and Eubank may have evened themselves out with Conor Ben's last, drug scandal and whatnot, right? So if he's not the biggest guy in the UK, he's 2. I don't think that Eubank Jr. is more popular than Conor Ben, but even if he is, Conor Ben is one of the most. What's good, baby mama? Appreciate you sliding through. Conor Ben is one of the most popular fighters over in the UK. He's the hottest prospect right now, right, in the UK. His image may have took a little hit, right, with the steroid use. His image may have took a little hit with the steroid use, right, but name, famous, infamous, you know what I mean? Conor Ben is one of the biggest names over there in the UK. You know what I mean? Bud had expressed interest in fighting over there in the UK. Now you got Conor Ben expressing interest in fighting Bud, right? Y'all see what I'm getting at? Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, really appreciate everybody sliding through this time. Appreciate you sliding through. Come back too, bad. What's good, Brody? Shout out to my guy Najee. Glad y'all can make it. We just in this thing having us a little boxing conversation this morning. Y'all know deep down, I am a Conor Ben fan, right? I was deeply let down by Conor Ben. Conor Ben was one of my favorite fighters, favorite prospects, right? One of my favorite prospects, and he was getting ready to have the biggest fight in his career. I felt like, right, I was feeling like, man, Conor Ben is about to do it. PGH Big Dog was good. He was about to have one of the biggest fight, not one of, right? He was about to have the biggest fight in his career. And then the situation happened where he ended up popping dirty. Total letdown, you know what I mean, for me. But I'm a guy, man, who believes in second chances, right? I'm a guy who believes in second chances. I don't think Conor Ben should be banned from boxing forever, right? If they could let Canelo come back, they could let Conor Ben come back, right? If they could let Jean Pascal come back, they could let Conor Ben come back, right? If they could let, I ain't even gonna bring up some of our fighters from the past. I ain't gonna bring up some of our fighters from the past, right? But hey, PGH Big Dog, PGH Pittsburgh. I don't agree with that, Pittsburgh. You know why, G? You know why I don't agree with that, G? Y'all ever heard the term "is levels to this shit"? Right? Y'all heard the term "is levels to this shit"? Right? PJ, hear me out. Big Baby Miller was taking fucking bear tranquilizers. Big Baby Miller was taking motherfucking dirt tranquilizers. You know what I mean? Big Baby Miller was taking shit to kill people, to hurt people. He was taking shit to destroy people. Conor Ben was taking shit to build. Conor Ben was taking shit to like build stamina, right? To turn fat into muscle. He was taking like a body drug, right? Turning his fat into muscle to make 47 type shit. You know what I'm saying? To get down. What Jared Miller was doing, it's all fucked up, right? Ain't no one better than the other, right? But it is levels to the drugs, like PGH. PGH, hear me out, PGH, right? Hear me out, PGH. It's levels to the drugs that they was doing, right? PGH, okay, so look. Right. Hold on, wait, let me put my baby back up there. My bad. PGH, okay, so look. I smoke weed, PGH, right? I ain't out here doing crack. You feel what I'm saying? It's levels to the drugs that you was taking, right? They gave Big Baby Miller They gave Big Baby Miller that treatment, right? Because that was his fourth time. Because that was his fourth time popping dirty, right? And the things that Big Baby Miller popped dirty for. You know what I mean? PJ said, but I think they all should get their treatment for PEDs. Any illegal substance could be used to help kill somebody in their ring. "100% agree with you. I ain't saying that, I ain't saying that it's right. I ain't saying that one better than the other because they're not. PEDs is PEDs, right? But Conor Ben ain't the level of drug user that Big Baby Miller is. Big Baby Miller got caught 4 times. You get what I'm saying? He got caught 4 times. Conor Ben, he ain't got to that. If Conor Ben get caught 3 more times, then yeah, throw his ass. True enough, Big Baby Miller shouldn't be allowed in boxing at all, bro. Honestly, he the wrong name. I feel what you're saying, but that's the wrong name to use, right? That's the wrong name to use. John Pascal, right? He popped dirty once, got a 6-month suspension, came back, right? Ustadagi popped dirty, got a 6-month suspension, came back. You know what I mean? Conor Ben, right? He popped dirty, indirect, 6-month suspension. He's coming back. You know what I mean? PJ said, I don't think boxing takes it serious. PJ, I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Y'all remember Julian J. Rod Williams? Y'all remember Julian J. Rod Williams said, I don't know if y'all remember, but I had did an EP on it. Julian J. Rod Williams actually came out and said, he said, man, about 75% of boxers are taking PEDs. He said the only boxers who get drug tests are the boxers inside of the top 15. Julian J. Rock Williams said that. Julian J. Rock. No, not the Hawk Diaz. J. Rock Williams. J. Rock from Philly. J. Rock said that. He said that 75% of boxing is taking PEDs, and that only the people ranking in the top 15 are getting tested. And I believe that that's fucking terrible, right? You know what I mean? But Trap said the top 15 is the dirtiest. That could be true. That could be true, Trap, but they also get tested the most, though. They get tested the most. The top 15 get tested the most, Trap. Julian J. Rock said that out his mouth. You know what I mean? He said the people not inside the top 15. He said people not inside the top 15. But he said the top 15. He said 75% of boxers are taking PEDs. Charlo said he barely get tested. Charlo said he barely get tested. You know what I mean? They do random drug testings. That's what they do. They do random drug tests. It might be once a year. It might be twice a year. Depending on who you is, it might be 4 or 5 times a year. No, it's a random situation depending on the person. Aiden Johnson, he says, salute T. I don't trust Ben, and I used to like the fighter. Can't respect cheaters to the sport. I don't even respect Canelo for cheating. Good fighter, but he's also a cheat. Facts, Aiden. Facts. Shout out my guy, Aiden Johnson. I got 16 people in the building. Can I get all 16 of y'all to smash that like button for your boy? Greatly appreciate it if y'all could. Smash that like button for your boy. Glad y'all can make it. I'm gonna put Lulu back up there. I don't need y'all all in my know who my baby mama is and shit. But I digress, right? He said, so have we been watching Juice Head box? I mean, for the for the yeah. You know what I mean? That's what it seeming like. Yeah, said how we been watching Juice Heads box. That's what it's been seeming like. You know what I mean? But I'm all for a second chance, man. Especially right when everybody getting second chances, right? I don't see no reason why, you know, Conor Ben shouldn't be allowed, you know what I mean? After only failing one test, right? He shouldn't be allowed back after only failing one test when they let everybody else, you know what I mean, come back. And then, right? And then, right? It actually makes sense. It makes sense when you look at it. Like the ranking system, Conor Ben is ranked in the top 5 in all the sanctioning bodies. Or he was. Not really sure what his ranking looks like. Matter of fact, let's take a look at Conor Ben rankings right now. You know what I mean? That to be fair, you have to put in the work. You can't just juice and go on auto. Yep, them facts. But now you ain't supposed to be juicing, Peter. I'm not saying juicing is right at all. I'm only talking about Conor Ben, right? It being Conor Ben's first time juicing. Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben keep saying that they was never even proven, you know what I'm saying, to be juicing. He was never suspended. You know what I mean? They said the substance was illegal. The substance wasn't illegal over there in the UK. The fight was going to take place in the UK. The substance wasn't illegal. The substance wasn't illegal over there in the UK. The substance was illegal, you know what I mean, over here. If the fight was taking place over here, then, you know, it would have been illegal. They shut the fight down because of public perception, which is what I was saying, you know what I mean, in the beginning. You know, Conor Ben never popped dirty over in the UK. He passed all the UK testing, which is where the fight was taking place under the United Kingdom. He failed the American test, the VADA testing. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have been able to fight, or he shouldn't have been able to fight if he was over here, but he didn't even fight over here. Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben, they didn't go through with the fight because of what the public was saying and how the backlash came. Y'all got to remember, that drug test leaked out. Like, that wasn't supposed to get out. Right? That Conor Ben had failed the VADA test. That leaked out. No, that wasn't supposed to get out. PJ's Big Dog said, so according to J-Rock, fighters working their way up might be a PED battle. Shit is crazy. Yep, PJ, that's basically what he was saying. Yep. Yep, that's basically what he was saying. Yep, when you're working your way up. Yep. Shout out to J-Rock. He said UK testing has been proven as trash, full of cheats. Yeah, PJs, they system like what they look for. The stuff that they look for is different from the stuff that we look for. You know what I mean? They look for less stuff than we look for, pretty much. So that's why Conor Ben, right? And I'm not taking up for Conor Ben. I'm not taking up for him, right? I'm just stating the facts. That's why Conor Ben, right, was saying that he didn't understand how he popped dirty. He was like, I've been taking this my whole career. He said, I know a lot of boxers who take this stuff. You know what I mean? Because over there in the UK, that's not something that they look for. You know what I mean? So in his mind, right, he's a cheater over here, right? But in his mind, he wasn't doing anything wrong. A lot of fighters over there, you know, do that, you know, was taking the same thing that Conor Ben was taking. You know what I mean? I got 17 people in the building. Can I get all 17 of y'all to smash that like button for your boy? Whether you here for a good time or a long time, if you could, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we cooking. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. Y'all help get your boy in that algo. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. No comment is wrong here. You know what I mean? State your piece. State your piece. Right. But I digress. Appreciate them 2 people that just liked the video. I wish I knew who y'all was so I could thank y'all personally, because I be asking people to like the video and people don't be doing it. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all 2 people. Wish I knew who y'all was so I could thank y'all personally. BBG, what's good, BB? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, BBG. Glad you can make it. Uncommentary, St. Louis. What's good? Just to catch y'all up real quick, right? Just to catch y'all up real quick. Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben both saying that Conor Ben will be back soon. Conor Ben is actually saying that he was never suspended. He took a leave on his own. Eddie Hearn said that they never suspended Conor Ben. He not serving no suspension right now, right? How could you pop dirty and then you never get suspended, right? So they're saying that Conor Ben is going to be back in 2023, right? Which I believe. I most definitely believe it. And what they saying right now is Conor Ben wants to fight 3 people: Manny Pacquiao, Bud Crawford, and who was the third person? I forgot who the third person was. It was Manny Pacquiao, Bud Crawford. Hold on, let me go back to my notes real quick. Let me go back to my notes. That was you. Shout out my guy on commentary. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, bro. He said that shows Vada is a joke. Let me see who that third opponent was, y'all. It was he named Bud Crawford first, Manny Pacquiao, and damn, I forgot who the third guy was, right? But the first guy he named, was Bud Crawford. And I'm just saying, right, me personally, what's good, dude? Appreciate you sliding through. I'm just saying, me personally, right? And I'm about to read Conor Ben's statements in a second, right? About his whole, drug testing. I'm about to read his statements, about to read the article and whatnot. But my thing is, this fight makes sense. Like on the surface, you might look at it and say, man, that's crazy, right? But it really makes sense. Like it really makes sense. Conor Ben and all the sanctioning bodies, except for the WBC, because of the whole, VADA thing, he didn't sign up for the random VADA testing, so they kicked him out the WBC. And then, ironically, he popped dirty during the VADA, a little later. Maybe VADA leaked their own news because Conor Ben pulled out of their ranking system. Maybe this was Mauricio Suleiman. You know what? I'm going to shut the fuck up because I'm going to talk about that a little later. Because Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben don't know what's going on, right? The shit got from a leaked source. The shit legal in the UK. It's illegal here, but it's legal in the UK. So maybe somebody was out there trying to tarnish Ben's name. Maybe Eddie Hearn and Conor Ben wasn't lying. You know what I mean? But anyway, I digress, right? This fight makes sense because Conor Ben is ranked in the top 5 in most of the sanctioning bodies. He was ranked top 5 in all of the sanctioning bodies before, this whole fiasco. I ain't too sure where he at right now, but I'm pretty sure he's still ranked up there, right? Top 10 for sure. They don't give a damn about drug cheats like that, them sanctions bodies. They not gonna move that man. He ain't lost no fight, right? He ain't lost no fight, right? So, who knows? But Conor Ben is a big name, right? Bud Crawford had already stated. He said, over there on he said in the interview not too long ago, right? He said that he always wanted to fight in the UK. He loved how the UK, treat their fighters. He also said again that the UK fans are better than the American fans, right? And he said he would love to fight in the UK because they know how to pack out a ring. You know what I mean? So Conor Ben is one of the biggest, name fighters in the UK currently, right? He's probably number 2 or number 3, right? I would put him number 2. Him and Eubank Jr., you could give or take. You know what I mean? At this point, you could give or take. But before this whole fiasco, I most definitely would have had Conor Ben number 2 behind Anthony Joshua, right? And you can say Tyson Fury all you want to, but them folks don't like Tyson Fury like that over there. Conor Ben get way more love than Tyson Fury over there in the UK. You know what I mean? So I digress. But shit. He said Bernie just said Bud had a big fight coming in the spring. Coastal Boxing, what's good, Coastal? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. TWT in the building. Shout out my TWTs right now. Appreciate y'all sliding through. I got 20 people. in the building. Can I get everybody to hit that thumbs up? 20 people in the building, 26 likes. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Get your boy right. Pound for pound. What's good? My boy Pound. Let me reach pound for pound up. Pound, you been around these bitch too long. Pound, why you ain't tell me, bro? Why you ain't tell me to reach up a long time ago, my nigga? Pound, I'm just now realizing, right? Pound for pound, that you is fucking pound for pound. Like, I'm just now realizing that. Dang, I know this dude. I think we follow each other on Twitter, Instagram. Shit, it might be both. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that's pound for pound. I was watching the fucking video, pound. I was watching the fucking video the other day, right? I can't remember exactly what video it was, but I'm listening to this nigga Cook, right? I'm like, damn, he right. And then I looked and went to see who video it was. It was your video. It came up in my algorithm. I was like, hold on. I was like, pound for pound entertainment. I was like, I know this nigga. And then I clicked on your shit. I said, hold on. I found it. I said, man, this nigga follow each other. What's good, pound? This man just been around this motherfucker, just no rent, just ain't said nothing. Shout out my guy, bro. Shout out my guy, pound. I be high, pound. I be high, bro. I be high, man. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through. We in here just, we just talking about what Eddie Hearn, Conor Ben, had to say. BVO, what's good, BVO? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, BVO. We just having us, a conversation. Conor Ben and Eddie Hearn said that Ben will be making his return soon, right? I've been seeing videos, Conor Ben, working out, hitting the pads and whatnot. And I ain't gonna lie, he looks sharp. You know what I mean? He looks sharp, type deal, right? But he put out a short list of guys, right? He put out a short list of guys that Conor Ben wanted to fight, and two names stood out to me: Manny Pacquiao and Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford was the first name on the list, Manny Pacquiao being the second. You know what I mean? And Ben versus Bud is actually something that I like. I mean, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? That make a lot of sense to me. It's right up. It makes sense to everybody. Conor Ben wants a big fight. Conor Ben want to get his name on the map. Conor Ben want to be proven in the USA. Conor Ben got to make a big splash to get the people back. You know what I mean? Bud Crawford, like fighting prospects. He may think Conor Ben is a light touch. You know what I mean? So yeah, Bud always want to fight in the UK, or you know what I mean? He like fighting UK fighters. You know what I mean? Just fought David Avanesian, who's ranked under Conor Ben. You know what I mean? It just make a little sense to me. I'm ignoring St. Louis Mix right now. Because I see him down there. He said VADA is just a testing agency. They report what they find, but it's up to the organizations to actually suspend people. Yep, facts, B-Dog. And VADA is not even the person who was over this test. UCAD drug testing. UCAD was over that shit. VADA found an illegal substance, right? But VADA wasn't even the one running the operation. UCAD was the one running the operation. VADA just offered free information. He said Ben shouldn't get a big fight fresh off cheese. Man, dog. Bud Crawford, bro. It's Bud Crawford pick his own fights, bro. Bud Crawford on BLK Prime, right? It just makes sense, bro. Where else? Why not? Why not? Why not, y'all? B-Dog. Come on. Canelo fought Triple G after cheating. He fought Triple G after cheating. Come on, man. Eventually, man, Bud gonna have to fight some of these young guys, man. He gonna have to fight some of these young guys at 47 because Earl gone, right? Them titles about to get let go. Y'all telling me y'all don't think Conor Ben gonna get one of them titles? Y'all don't think one of them organizations gonna let Conor Ben snatch up one of them belts? They gonna let Ben get one of them belts. Ben is ranked in the top 5. They ain't gotta let him. He's set up to get one. You know what I mean? Before this last situation, he was the WBA Intercontinental champ. You know what I mean? He was the Intercontinental champ. What's good, BC? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. You're at work, but I'm tuned in. Greatly appreciate you, my brother. Greatly appreciate you. I ain't gonna hold up too much of y'all time. We just having this conversation. But I'm about to read the comments from Conor Ben. Right, I'm about to read the comments from Conor Ben. What the fuck? Wow. Damn. Damn. Somebody tried to delete the TWT email. All right, we gonna deal with that. We gonna deal with it. Let me get back to the because it's quiet. I don't want y'all in here listening to crickets and shit. My bad. But okay. So where the fuck I was at? He said Miller was tripping. He was a hoe. Oh yeah, bet. Okay, baby. Oh yeah. I'm finna read Conor Ben statements right on the whole PED situation. Right, we talking about the PED situation. I'm about to read Conor Ben. You know what Conor Ben them had to say. Right, we gonna start with the article. Right. Hold on, let me hit the blunt. Let me hit the blunt. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button. Yeah, Aiden Johnson. I had did an EP right that Jermaine Franklin or Dylan White go be next for AJ, right? And then I had got a tip that it might be McKean, right? That might be next, right? But now it's looking like it's gonna be Franklin. You know what I mean? So yeah, yep. So I knew it was gonna be either McKean or Jermaine Franklin because Jermaine Franklin really beat Dylan White. So he probably gonna have him fight Franklin, and then he go fight Dylan White, and then he go fight Tyson Fury probably at the end of the year. You know what I mean? He said they must be tested if Conor fight Crawford. Uh, I ain't saying that they going to fight right, but Conor Ben want to fight Bud. He want to fight Bud. No, Bud is his first option. I saw he had Bud on there and he had Manny Pacquiao on there. You know what I mean? But I digress, right? I digress. Hold on, wait. Let me put my baby back up. Let me put baby back up there. Let me put baby back up there. Where baby go? And I'm about to we about to get to this article real quick. Either my hand moving too fast or my eyes moving too slow. There she go back. I had to put my motivational to my back. All right, let's get to it. Conor Ben continues to make a case for his innocence. Being 26, scandalized the boxing world when it was revealed in October that he had failed a drug test, which led to the cancellation of his highly anticipated 157-pound catchweight fight with Chris Eubank Jr. a few weeks later. It was revealed that Ben had failed a previous test in the summer for the same substance, clofenamine, a fertility drug. Both tests were administered by a third-party testing agency, VADA. Third party means somebody that don't got nothing to do with the business. Somebody that don't got nothing to do with me, right? They was fighting under UCAT. VADA is what popped Conor Ben, right? But I digress. On Monday, The embattled British welterweight posted a story on his Instagram account suggesting his recent trials are nearing end and that he expects to be vindicated. Ben has all along maintained his innocence. Ben is currently under investigation by the WBC, who dropped him from his welterweight rankings. Been through hell and back, wrote Ben, as he depicted himself staring sternly into his camera. Thank God for science. This evidence doesn't lie. No holes in the truth. Evidently confident Ben is referencing the fact that he submitted a 270-page document to the WBC last month. That document reportedly demonstrates how Ben did not intend to cheat. More recently, Ben has expressed this impatience with the time it has taken the organization to run a verdict, right? Just like I told y'all earlier, they haven't came down with a verdict on Ben yet. Ben hasn't been proven, guilty of anything just yet. Hearn and Ben have came, my bad. Eddie Hearn, Ben's promoter, has continually insisted that he does not want Ben to resume his career until a judgment is rendered by the WBC. So Eddie Hearn don't want Ben to fight until the WBC renders a judgment. So I'm guessing he's trying to get back into that WBC ranking, right? So Hearn want him to wait for the WBC. Conor Ben want to fight now because, he ain't been, proven guilty. You know what I mean? These Hearn and Ben have come under a negative light because they were not forthcoming to the public about the initial failed drug test this summer. Ben, however, is not currently suspended. He, in fact, relinquished his license with the British Boxing Board of Control in October, a move many perceived as a sign of guilt. In his preceding post on Instagram story, Ben showed a snapshot of an article from The Sun in which WBC head Mauricio Sulaiman stated that the investigation will take time and that Ben is free to fight since he is not under any suspension. Eubank did not take too kindly to Ben's post on Twitter. Eubank, who's scheduled to take on Liam Smith this Saturday in England. I'm pretty sure this is what Chris Eubank Jr. had to say about what Conor Ben said, Chris Eubank said, I'm pretty sure it was science that detected the illegal substance in your system on 2 separate occasions. So, yes, absolutely thank God for science. Otherwise, I would have been fighting the Hulk a few months ago. That's what Chris Eubank, had to say. Matchroom Hearn boldly predicts 2 weeks ago that he not only expects Ben to return the first half of 2023, he believes Ben and Eubank will actually happen down the line. Eubank, for his part, has expressed interest in revisiting the fight, saying the new storyline will help sell their fight to the public and distinguish their rivalry from their fathers. You know what I mean? So that's the that's the article type there. And I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too long. My bad. And I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too long, you know what I mean? I just wanted to come. He said damn cold, right? I just wanted to come, have a boxing conversation, you know what I mean? Real quick. Conor Ben and Eddie Hearn, they talking like Conor Ben is gonna be returning soon. You know what I mean? Let me go back to that tweet real quick. I got that from Eddie Hearn quote that they want to fight Bud Crawford. I'm finna go to it. And Chris Eubank Jr. just came out, right? This is just now, right? Chris Eubank Jr. just said Conor Ben no longer has leverage, no rehydration limits, and no 50-50 split. Conor Ben on Instagram, you know what I mean, hitting the pads type deal. But let me go to that. Here we go. Eddie Hearn has said that they are now planning for Conor Ben's next fight. This is Eddie Hearn quotes. He's going to fight soon, but publicly, we want him to be clear. We're looking at opponents for late spring. He still wants Eubank Jr., Manny Pacquiao, and Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? So those were the top three names: Eubank, Manny Pacquiao, and Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? Type deal. So Eubank fight, right, is probably more than likely, right? Manny Pacquiao, I think, is highly unlikely, right? I think that Bud Crawford fight very well, could happen because it's right up Bud's alley. That's the Conor Ben is the kind of guy I think that Bud Crawford will pick to fight. You know what I mean? And I don't necessarily think it's gonna go all right for Bud. You know what I mean? I just seen Bud fight David Avenesian. I'm not so sure, that Bud Crawford even beats a Conor Ben, right? I saw, Bud get hit with some of those David Avenesian punches. Conor Ben hit harder than David Avenesian, right? It could be Bud sleep on the other end of those punches. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao and Conor Ben, I really just don't see that. That's a weird kind of fight, right? But then again, Manny Pacquiao want to make big fights. You know what I mean? He want the bread. They pay him enough. We damn near could see, Ben versus Pacquiao. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Ben. That's a fight that's more than likely to happen. You know what I mean? Yep, Eubank throwing them flames at Ben for sure. What's good, King Jr.? Said Conor Ben is big of a risk. Bud won't fight him. Man, we gonna see how that thing shake out. But Conor Ben, still calling for Bud Crawford, right? So that shit ain't just gonna go away because I ain't gonna let it go away. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, Skin Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.